welcome to our episode of Super Reaction Bros. I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And I'm Nick Slade.
And on today's episode, we're taking a look at the official trailer for Apple TV for All Mankind.
Yes.
Now, this one we are very excited about because, it's very interesting. It's an Elseworld story about what would have happened if the Russians beat us to space. If this happened,
scenario.
So basically, since they won the trip to space. I guess
or to the moon, pretty much.
Trip to the moon. This is like if the space race just kept going from there, you know. Just
and the teaser for it was really had us going pretty much for the teaser, because the teaser set up where it's like everybody's sitting there watching TV, watching this grand moment, but then you start to notice like their expressions were as if they're worried, because you're like, okay, shouldn't there be excitement or something like that? And then by the end of it, that's when they show the Russian flag being planted down. You're like, that's where it had us going, oh shit.
Now,
okay.
Now, Nick, do you want to know a fascinating fact about Apple TV Plus?
Sure. Oh gosh, yes.
Oh yes. Apple has for Apple TV Plus, just Apple TV
original shows.
They have invested over $6 billion.
Wow. Giving it a film-like quality.
And that show you heard about, the morning show, that's $150 million per season. Yeah. So
especially
yeah.
when you hear about the Mandalorian and stuff like that for Disney, it's like how much they invest into that. Yeah, they're trying to outdo Disney here.
Yeah, because the streaming wars are gonna starting November. Streaming wars have officially begun.
Yeah.
And this is one of them. And you're gonna see us later today, but there's gonna be you're gonna see that Apple TV is really trying to touch on all genres. So, but for now, let's get into this one.
There we go for the official trailer for All Mankind. So here we go.
Stand by for the top. 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a live signal.
Is this really happening?
Oh.
The Russians put the first man on the moon.
Yeah, see, the Russians.
Love the song.
We thought it was about being first. Turns out the stakes are much bigger than that. We will be the ones reaching into space for all of mankind. Nixon wants us to put a woman on the moon.
A woman.
Anybody tell the president that we don't have any female astronauts? You are officially astronaut candidates.
It's not easy. It's not supposed to be easy, Tracy.
It's a very different.
I didn't know that part.
I want this.
She's like, we won't put the first woman.
Signed up for it.
No, it's what we signed up for.
And how many moms do you know dreaming of going to outer space? We still get up there and push the envelope every single day.
The world's changing, and you help change it.
If we wait, the Russians will win this.
And one of my favorite weapons.
Of course, when Apple TV Plus officially debuts.
Yeah.
We didn't know that, Nick. Well, honestly,
Like
when
I
we
said,
saw the first trailer, all they showed was like, fuck, Russians got there first.
But it's like, but we're still gonna try to move forward with, trying to continue going to space. This is the first time they're now in this trailer explaining how it's like, okay,
they
put the
revealed
first
that.
man, so we're gonna put the first woman on
the moon instead.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this. I'm a massive history nerd.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did you think based off this trailer? What do you think about where they're going with this Elseworld story?
I really like looking at alternate history ideas, like what if the Russians did this, how would that change the world? And it looks like it drastically changed the world, because it definitely forwarded women equality in certain fields, because they had to come up with something like, we gotta do something first.
We gotta do something first. We have to beat them at something else pretty much in space at this point. So it's like, you know what? Let's put the first woman. That's where they're like, yeah, we don't really have any women.
I guess that was the big mic drop with this show, with this trailer, is to reveal, we instead went, Nixon went, let's get some women up there.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? They get the first man, let's do women. So it's really cool and interesting how they're taking this, just showing, what it takes for them to do that, pretty much, to try to put that first woman up there.
Yeah. the space race is a really, really interesting story in history. John F. Kennedy, when he there's actually a story not many people know, he actually spoke to the leader of the Soviet Union at the time, and to do a joint, to have the United States and Russia
together,
to go on the moon together.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, JFK was assassinated. That never happened. Do with that information what you will.
So it seems like, thanks to you, we can probably expand what the lore of this probably is. So that means that when he got assassinated, the Russians thought of like, oh, okay, America doesn't give a shit anymore. Let's push forward, instead.
Yeah. So the thing about space race, at the beginning of the space race, we were getting our butt handed to us by the Soviet Union.
I've seen a lot of stuff behind the scene for a lot of, even like shows when they dived into like the way, everything that we had to go through to get up there. And it's just like, there is so much. Like, they literally they're reaming them like there's no tomorrow to get something done.
And the thing about the Soviet Union is we didn't know a lot about what was going on behind the scenes in the Russian space program until years after, and how they basically kamikazed a lot of their guys because a lot of people died in their race. Like they killed dogs and all that stuff because they were so desperate to beat us.
They're trying
So it seems like in one of those crazy experiments, in this world they succeeded.
Yeah, in this world, it looks like America.
It's like the roles have kind of reversed in a way.
It'd be interesting to see how they did it, because the main reason we were able to beat the Russians is because have you ever heard of Project Paperclip?
I've heard of that.
Yeah, that was when we brought in a lot of former Nazi scientists to work on our space program.
Really?
Yeah.
So
Damn.
I know, it's like we were willing to do anything at this point to get up there.
Oh yeah, after World War II, a lot of the scientists who were working for the Nazis, we brought them into America, and they worked on our space program. So, the Germans, you can thank the Germans for helping us get into the moon on that part. But
even though Americans wanted to take the full amount of credit and stuff like that, it's like, yeah, we did it.
So yeah, we were desperate to get to the moon first because they were kicking our butt. They got the first man in space, and then we were trying to say who could get the first man or do a full thing around the moon. There were a lot of highs and lows, like a lot of people died, a lot of disasters, but we finally did. We made it to the moon, and that was a major, major victory for us in the Cold War.
Yeah,
which is what this whole space race was about.
It was all about the Cold War.
It was basically a you-know-what measuring contest between us and the Soviet Union.
Yeah, they're measuring on that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
my
that's...
grandma might watch this. I can't say that.
Okay, sorry, a flagpole measuring contest.
A flagpole measuring contest.
So yeah, it's really interesting to see how that would have affected the Cold War going forward if the Soviet Union got there first, because that would have been a major coup for them and a big morale loss for us.
So if you got Apple TV Plus, you would definitely be watching this.
If I had Apple TV Plus, but honestly, I just want to comment on that. There's too many streaming services.
Well, it's the streaming wars beginning.
Well, that's what I said. That's what I was like telling him before. I was like, Disney's doing it very smartly, and I'm like, I see the evolution of it, where it's like, instead of just having to pay for every single one of them, Disney's doing smart. It's like, why don't you pay for one price for multiple streaming services?
Yeah, you get Disney Plus, Hulu, and
ESPN Plus, and I'm like, that's what I told him. I'm like, I probably would do that because, especially for me personally, I'm a sports fan, so of course I'll be watching the ESPN Plus and stuff like that. But it's like, I see in the future more companies doing that, pretty much just smartly doing it, where it's like, hey, why don't you get this bundle? You get these streaming services instead of just paying one single one for like multiple prices. Like, why don't you pay one solid price?
The thing about Disney, they're kind of justifiable in doing it because they have enough content for a streaming service. They own so much in their library. While Apple TV, I don't know how much they're gonna have. Like, it'd be interesting to see, like,
what they're gonna put up there and things like that.
And not only are they gonna have to compete with Disney Plus, they're gonna have to compete with Netflix and
Amazon. Especially Netflix, because Netflix was like kind of the first one to actually kind of really kick it in. Now it's got Netflix's next challenge is trying to see, okay, how are we gonna outdo the other streaming service? How are we gonna get other people dragged into us?
Yeah, and Amazon Prime, they have a lot of great original stuff. And I recently watched The Boys, and it was fantastic.
Oh, that's another one. That's another one that's on my list too.
And I'm currently watching Carnival Row, so I'm enjoying that so far. So Apple TV Plus, they're gonna have to come up with some really good content.
Well, that's why
we've seen a bunch from what they provide, and they are trying. And you'll see it later.
And that's why we said. That's where he says, like, the amount of money Disney's putting in, it's like, if Apple's like, oh, we're going to up you and up our quality. We're putting this much money into all of original stuff. And you could tell, whereas, like, some of the stuff, it's like, this looks like movie quality type of stuff compared to, like, normal shows nowadays.
Is it going to be original content, or are they going to stream other things from other
Well, that's the thing. Right now, they said $6 billion is going to put in for a lot of the original content. Right now, we haven't heard anything else for what other shows or other movies or what other stuff they're going to put on there and stuff like that. As of right now, it's just original content. So I don't know if if Apple TV Plus is only doing original stuff, or if they're going to have like other little options as well for like watching movies. We don't know.
That I think it would be a mistake if they don't, because some complaint I hear about some people's streamers, like they appreciate original content. Like they like Netflix originals, Amazon Prime originals.
Yeah.
But
a lot of the originals,
But the main thing for getting streaming services is they want to watch a bunch of movies they either love or haven't had a chance to see.
Yeah.
And so you gotta have that balance. Disney's gonna have that balance. They have their whole library plus all this new stuff. Netflix has originals, but a lot of other stuff.
And same goes even with like the DC Universe app. To me, that's like a perfect price because not only do you have like all their movies and stuff like that, but you also have all their comics. That
was a good thing.
You know,
and now
I love their deal.
Now there's the rumor that Disney Plus is going to be adding all the Marvel '90s animated shows to their program, to their service.
But no, it's like I said, it's all about pretty much like whoever has the most content on there. That to me, it's like I've always told my brother, I'm like, nowadays when it comes to streaming service, it's on what type of customer you're looking for, what type of streamer you're looking for. There's streamers that like watching a lot of the old stuff, or they want to watch some of the mix new stuff. Or it's like each one's gonna have that platform. But again, like you said, I think it's gonna evolve towards like Disney's, like I said, is evolving, and it's changing the way we now see streaming services. Now it's like, why don't we just put it in bundles?
Yeah.
It makes it easier to just pay one price for all these services.
Yeah, because I feel like cable's on its way out. Cable satellite's on its way out.
It's slowly going out the door.
I haven't had it for a long time.
Same here.
And it's just that you shouldn't have too many streaming services. The whole point of having streaming services is you don't want to pay as much as you were for your satellite bill. And if you keep paying for all these streaming services, you basically are already.
You're stacking it up, yeah.
Yeah. And that's, like I said, and there's a lot to step up for to be a big streaming service, because it's like you have to deliver. Either not only, like you said, not only original stuff, but it's like what other options they give the customer, pretty much. What other options they give not the customer, but the viewer, pretty much, of what they want to watch, what they want to enjoy to get to see, and things like that. And like I said, I mean, it's like you said, it's like cable is slowly going out the door, and it's like streaming services are slowly taking over. I mean, even in gaming wise, streaming is taking over as well. I'm not a fan of it for gaming wise, but that's on my own personal opinion, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, but so overall, the thing is, if we all had Apple TV Plus, we would definitely be checking out this show overall.
Yeah, exactly.
So other than that, if you're new to the channel, you can hit the like button. If you want to talk to us more about stuff like this, comment down below. If you want to share us around, share it around. And if you like us just a little bit more than anybody else, when it comes to talking about Apple TV Plus original $6 billion shows, hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon as well.
Let us know what you guys thought of this trailer overall. Did you enjoy this? Is this type of show that you would want to check out? Are you like Nick, pretty much, who's like a big history buff and likes watching these type of shows when they try to twist history a little bit and see where they go with it?
Yeah, like let us know what you think would have happened if the Russians made it to the moon first, or how that would have completely changed the Cold War and history going forward. I love talking to history about that.
Yeah, I mean, let us know what you guys thoughts are on that. Again, what you guys thoughts are on Apple TV Plus, or even the streaming services overall.
Yeah.
And how everything's changing and evolving. Let us know in the comments below. Put down what you thought of our reaction as well. But most importantly, thank you for watching.
And where can they find you, Nick?
You can read my fictional short stories on my website, nicholasslade.com. And you can also check out some articles I write for FloridaGeekScene.com.
So until next time, I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
See you later, comrade.
And this has been a very moon-filled episode of SRB.
See you
Later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out our previous reactions,
as well as our other shows,
click the playlist down below.
And if you want to check us out in the social universe,
you can check us out on Twitter
as well as Stardust
@SuperReactBros.